Hi, this is David. I'm being a little quiet because my sweet LDS wife is in the house. I wanted to do a video on a place that really exists on the earth. It's not Kolob and it's not one of the planets by Kolob. This is Adam-ondi-Ahman. Now, I used to believe this crap. Adam-ondi-Ahman. Now, that is a secret place that the Mormons don't talk about very much. Probably because it's not true, but be that. It is a place in Missouri that the Mormons believe that Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden lived in Missouri. Don't get me going. Don't get me going, okay? I lived in Missouri. I lived in Blue Springs, Missouri for a year or two. And I saw the Mormon temple site there, where there's no temple built. And I saw the old reorganized church. They had a little white church on the corner there. And then, of course, they had their tabernacle there. And they also have their temple there, which is all, kitty corner to the Mormon temple site. Well, Adam-ondi-Ahman. Now, the Mormons pretend that they know the language that God speaks. It's called the Adamic language after Adam. So, in the temple, now they've changed this in the last 10 or 15, 20 years. When they did the true order of prayer, not the false order, but the true order of prayer, they raised their hands high above their head and repeating together in a chant, they would say, Pay, lay, ale. Pay, lay, ale. Pay, lay, ale. Now they go, O God, hear the words of my mouth. O God, hear the words of my mouth. The Pele Ale was also the Adamic language. So the Mormons know 5 or 6 Adamic words of God. If you believe that, okay. Now, the Adam and Eve lived out there in Missouri. It's a beautiful place out there. I like Missouri. But when they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, they had to go to Adam-ondi-Ahman. Now, there was no signs there during that time. I guess when they got kicked out of the garden, they're running like hell, and they ended up in this place, and now modern Mormons know what the real name of that place is, right? So anyway, I've been to Adam-ondi-Ahman. I remember there was just 5 or 8 big rocks on the ground, and it was just, another valley and field of Missouri. Pretty landscape, but nothing spectacular about it. Well, here is the modern Mormon belief. They don't want you to know. They don't want to talk about this because it's stupid. They believe that this place, Adam-ondi-Ahman, it had a little settlement there. I can't think of the name of the city. Something like not Colesville, but something like that. 1,500 people there until they ran them out of town again because they were doing weird stuff. They were going to build a temple there too, and they ran them out of town because they were doing weird stuff. So in the last days, now I remember in the Bible that there were writings that we were in the last days. Well, that was 2,000 years ago, so hey. Anyway, the Mormons believe in the last days, Adam, Eve's husband, is going to go home to where they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. And that's Adam-ondi-Ahman. So he's going to go there. But he's not going alone. He's taking Moses. He's taking Abraham. He's taking all of the ancient prophets and all of the modern prophets. So Brigham Young and Joseph Smith will be there. And they're going to have a big meeting. Now, what's interesting about this meeting, They often refer to it as 144,000 high priests. Some of these things just get mixed, apples and oranges. They just make stuff up as they kind of go. So there's supposed to be 144 high priests, 44,000 high priests invited to this little conference with no building, no outhouses, no way, no electricity. But anyway, these things are details that the Mormons, they know it's not true, so they don't go into the details. So this is a meeting that no one is going to know about. Can you move 144,000 people into the middle of nowhere and no one's going to notice it? How are they going to find parking for that many people? Is there going to be a snack bar? I don't know. And neither do the Mormons. And so I don't know if they're all going to go the Pele Ale and speak the Adamic language. I'm not sure what the meeting is for. Now, it's going to be before Christ comes back to the earth in his last dispensation in the millennium. Catholics believe that, so do the Mormons. And so there's no mention of Jesus showing up, but there's 144,000 high priests in the Mormon church, and then all of the ancient prophets meeting, and Joseph Smith, I guess, is going to give the whole group some instructions, and Joseph is the head of all prophets that were ever famous in the Book of Mormon. So I guess Noah is going to be there. I don't know what the invitations are going to look like, but again, this is, like I said, I've been there once, and it's nothing. It's in the middle of wheat fields, and the Mormons, I think, do own most of that land. If I'm not wrong, I think that the Mormon Church does own that land. They don't own all the land at the temple site in Missouri, but if you want to go, there's a sign there now. It says, Adam-ondi-Ahman, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, I don't know what the Adamic language would be for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but if you live long enough, it's going to come out. I don't know what that phrase is going to mean. So anyway, here's another one of the, there's a song in the Mormon Church. I think Phelps wrote it, and I just watched the Tabernacle Choir several years ago because they were in the Tabernacle, which isn't good enough for them. Now they have to be over in the Conference Center. But anyway, there's a song about going to Kolob and flying past it and going where the gods all started. You know the Mormons. There's more than one God. He has a father and a grandfather and a great-grandfather, and it goes on and on and on. And when you finally say say to them, well, who was the first one? And they go, we don't know. So I don't know either. But if you want to take a nice church historic tour, make sure that you put in Adam-ondi-Ahman. You will be looking at the same acreage that I saw across the whole Midwest. It's just cornfield and wheat field after wheat field. So if you want to know more about the Adamic language, it's probably in the dictionary or the encyclopedia beside Reformed Egyptian. So look hard.